While we're short resting, can I see if I can attune to the Hex amulet?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw this in there because I always forget about it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Udanar, with your excellent perception, you hear the very faintest of a whisper that seems out of place in this cavern. As the rest comes toward, I guess you guys get ready to finish your rest and be on your way.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty sure it sounded like perhaps a literal whisper, somebody saying something to somebody else. And just at the edge of your torchlight, which I need to turn my opacity so that I have a better idea of where your light is.
The very edge of my torchlight is right there.
Right, but I'm talking about going the other way.
Oh.
So, I guess you will have heard them stepping forward. So it sounds like somebody is approaching. What do you do?
Do I understand what they're saying or what I hear?
No. I mean, you're hearing just like your ears are just twitching at the very faintest tickle of a whisper.
Okay. So it's, yeah, I see what you mean. Kind of breathy then, no like real distinct words.
Yeah. Like somebody's trying to be quiet and you're just barely picking it up.
I instantly put out my torch and then tell everybody to be quiet.
Okay. Udanar douses his torch. The card glows. How long does light last?
An hour. So
Okay.
it would have
So
been
it's
gone.
gone.
Okay. So are you guys lightless now?
Yes.
God,
Yep.
yeah, dark vision gives me fuck all for vision.
Yeah, well, I see nothing but black. So if you see anything, you're doing better.
Yeah, I don't.
Can,
Alright.
can I try to quickly move behind the chest and kind of duck behind it?
Sure.
Like hiding?
You can make a stealth check.
Okay.
But why? So here's the thing. Udanar just doused his torch.
And he
He
said
hasn't. Did you say something?
Yeah, I said get down.
Okay.
Or you said
Okay.
stay
You
quiet.
said to be
Or
quiet.
stay quiet, yeah.
Okay. So pedal in. Make a stealth check.
I'm gonna do the same,
Okay.
just differently.
All right. So where are you hiding, Shane?
Do you like? I assume you're looking in the direction that they came from. Like when you heard them, I assume you looked.
I guess I didn't really distinguish where it was coming from. I just heard it and put the torch out.
Didn't Wolf say which way they were coming from?
I was just measuring light.
Oh,
They're
okay.
coming from the west, aren't they?
You don't know. I was measuring
Gotcha.
light.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said.
No.
Um,
I revealed it, but I didn't say. If that
Well,
makes sense. I gave the information away without meaning to give that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
information out.
since I have meta knowledge in this, Wolf, is it fair to say that I'd assume that they're coming from this way? Considering this way
Probably,
is
because
water.
yeah, I mean that's fine.
Because
Okay.
it's nothing but water.
And I would like to run back behind here.
Can you make it that far?
Let me check. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait.
It is exactly 30.
Perfect.
Did I manage to get behind the chest with my check?
Yeah, it's just that's how much like how good your hiding is.
Okay.
So, yeah, you don't know if you're hiding well enough or not.
Yeah.
Right.
So you want me to roll stealth even though I'm just standing completely still? Still?
Well, are you? No, I only asked them to roll stealth because they're trying to hide.
Yeah, okay.
I want to know what everybody else is doing.
I'm basically just holding whatever like sitting position or crouching or whatever I was doing completely still. I don't want to rattle at all.
Okay.
I'm going
Yeah,
to
I guess-
have a card at the ready to toss a firebolt if I deem a threat.
Okay.
Egg is lying on the ground still.
Okay.
Good job,
Can't
Egg.
see anything.
All right. 3 hooded, cloaked figures step confidently into the room. There. After a moment, like one of them speaks a word, and the room itself just illuminates brightly. Let's see. Make sure. I'm gonna utilize your fireball rumble because it's easy to do that. This one. That work? Is that bright light for everybody?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. The room is illuminated. The one in the center steps forward and speaks and says, "By order of the city of Glitterstone, you are to come with us. You are
What?
the factors, Madam Lavinia Beldam, Egg. Actually, there are a few of you missing, though I suppose in the treacherous lands that you travel in, that's not to be surprised. And the gnome behind the chest there. That one as well."
How?
I say, I'll. You didn't hide that well. I'll say we sent message to Glitterstone. Did you not receive it?
We've received no such missive that admonishes you of the crime of desertion, contract abandonment, and what's the other one? Contract desertion, abandonment, and willful endangerment of the Glitterstone Wardway. Should we so choose it, your lives are forfeit, and we will be rewarded.
I'm gonna take a step forward and say, wait, I've been traveling with criminals this whole time?
We're not criminals. We were brought here against our will. We didn't desert.
I'll
It's no
I'll talk to the hooded guy and just ask, like, so what exactly did they do? I'm new to this.
Interesting. These lawbreakers are factors from another land. We have traveled a great distance to apprehend them as they undertook a contract of great importance to one of the national cities of New Erlon. And in their abandonment of their quest, not only did they break their contract as factors for the city of Glitterstone, they willfully endangered the Wardway, which they were sworn to protect, by neglecting to inform the Triumvirate Council that they were backing out. No one else was currently working on what their assignment was, and as such, the entire kingdom was at risk.
We had no intention to back out of our contract. We were brought to this land unwillingly, and only recently found out what continent we were even on. As soon as we had the opportunity, we attempted to send missive back to Glitterstone.
Then you would have no trouble explaining that before a judge or magistrate.
Do you have a way back to Glitterstone?
We do. Submit here, and we will take you back in fetters, and you may plead your innocence.
We have a creature that we rescued from this dungeon that we must return back to his master. May we complete that, you may come with us. We would just like to drop him off, and then we will be on our way with you.
A convenient excuse to lead us into a death trap of your allies. No, you submit here, or we will engage.
Out of character, I want to attempt to persuade them,
Okay.
but I don't know what words to use.
That's oh,
'Cause
so
I am
what?
proficient in persuasion.
Okay, so what are you trying to do?
I just want to persuade them to let us drop Pippi off, and then we'll submit, and then we'll go with them.
Okay, roll persuasion. Okay. So you spin a tale of importance and that you aren't trying to betray them, and are you willing to submit to them and go back in chains?
I mean, we always intended to go back to Glitterstone eventually, and
Okay.
you know, if we can get Pippi back, I'd rather not kill these guys because that could have serious consequences. I don't know how they found us, and if they could find us here, then they could sure as hell send more people after us later.
This would also be a good time for an insight check, which is another skill that you have that you may not use very often.
Can any of us use it?
Well, let's hear the results of her tale of woe, and let us please, and then we'll go with you, because I want to know. So, like, what is the gist of your message to them?
The gist is that, you know, we were transported here against our will. You know, I don't know if I would bring up William or not, but probably because
this is your opportunity to tell me.
yeah,
What?
I would definitely talk about William of Wheaton because I imagine that Glitterstone is aware of him since he's such a powerful magic user, and I would talk about, you know, how, you know, basically Broken Chain died, and you know, we've been just struggling to get back, and how we sent a messenger bird. I won't mention that it was for a criminal, but that we, you know, managed to get a hold of a messenger bird, and we sent that back as soon as we could, and we just now met up with Udnar, who has a map, and now we're literally trying to get back to Glitterstone right now. Wink, wink. So.
All right. So you're lying.
Well, not lying. I'm trying to persuade them, and we are trying to get back to Glitterstone eventually.
Right,
So
but
that's a
that's a
lie.
different role.
They
That's
just
a bluff.
Isn't that deception?
Yeah, deception. Sorry, used to be
You're good.
bluff. Are you trying to deceive them, or are you trying to persuade them?
I'm trying to persuade them.
Okay,
I told
so
you I didn't know the words.
right. I know that. So I'm letting you not use exact words, but I still need to know what your message is.
If you tell them that we're on our way back right now, that's deception.
Yeah.
Because we're not.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. It's
Then,
like,
so what is the message? Is the message that it's not our fault, and we've been trying to find a way back,
yes,
and let us go finish what we're doing right now?
yes, that we're not deserters.
And are you going to go with them? Like, are you going to tell them that you will go with them after you complete your current quest?
Yes.
Okay. And so you tell them about William, you tell them the fate of Broken Chain. Do you reveal that Chain is the ASMR, or not the ASMR, the Ganassi?
No.
Okay. So Chain is dead, and Thame is... You just don't mention him, that's fine. Okay. Is there anything else you want to add to that?
No. But just that, you know, we were trying to rescue Pippi for his master as to gain his favor, since he knew of Glitterstone.
So you talk about Pippi.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you spin your tale of sorrow and hope to win them over, win their sympathies and allow them to, grant you this one request before submitting to their demands. One of them gets an odd smile on his face, and the other two just kind of, the one on the left gets a weird look in his face. The other two kind of look at him and then look at each other, and then look back at you. And the one in the center speaks again and says, "So, you admit to angering and defrauding a great ally of the kingdoms of Glitterstone and William of Wheaton, and then try to plead the rest of the case as innocence? Something doesn't add up to me. And what is this creature of magical importance to some great benefactor who knows of the land of Glitterstone here in this strange land. What reason do we have to believe a word of what you're saying? It all sounds like an elaborate lie simply to, again, take us back to your allies for ambush.
So my insight roll just now was for when they were responding. Did it seem in a way that like officials would respond to people who broke a contract? Or is it more of like bandits shaking someone down maybe?
So your insight is that they are absolutely acting in some sort of, like, your gut feeling is that they're definitely acting in some sort of official capacity, maybe not telling the entire truth. And
Noted.
Petalin, what were you looking for in your insight?
I don't know. You told me to roll insight, so I did.
You did say it's a good time to roll insight.
Yeah,
So I rolled it.
I want to know what you're trying to figure out.
Well, I nothing. You told me to roll insight, so
Well,
I
I
did.
said
if they're
now
telling
would
the
be
truth.
I said now would be a good time to do so. It doesn't mean just roll dice. You still gotta have a reason. Okay, so with Udinar's check, really what you're getting out of their response is that they're acting in some official capacity, but you can definitely see that it doesn't look like they really have any interest. Like they probably like you feel like they probably believe everything Petalin just said, but it doesn't look like they really care. These seem like the kind of guys that are going to get off on, putting you down and leading you back in fetters.
Okay. So, like, there is a malicious intent behind their words, somewhat, but not maybe in a way like Thief would.
Yeah, they don't look like they're just trying to shake you down. They look like the kind of guys that get off on putting people down or hurting them or something like that.
Sure.
Like that's the gut feeling you're getting. Like they're waggling their big ol' authority dick around.
Yeah.
Is sense motive a thing in 5th edition?
That is insight.
That's insight.
It's just insight. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Isn't there a spell for this sort of thing?
I don't know what you mean.
I think is it like sense alignment or no
I
alignment?
mean, you can detect good and evil. There's
that what that is?
compulsion. I don't know what you want it to do.
Oh, I don't have it. I'm just sorry.
Oh.
I'm just hypothetically asking.
No, right. I don't know what spell effect you're looking for, so I don't know how to answer.
I guess like learning if they're good or evil.
Oh, if you want to know what their alignment is, yes, there is detect good and evil.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll insight, but it's for Egg to know if like this is the kind of treatment he would expect from people who were
Sure.
sent from Glitterstone to go find us.
Sure. All the hairs on the back of your neck have stood up throughout the entirety of this conversation. Roll history for me.
I guess. Do you mind if I do the same?
No, this is for Egg.
Not history. Insight.
Sure.
I'm proficient in it, and I just want to use it once. And not
So
at advantage.
14. Okay. So you don't recognize any of them, but you remember many tales of black factors and bounty hunters that they never went after relics or conduits on their own. They would wait for somebody to get close and then pounce on the weakened adventurers returning to town and either kill them or incapacitate them and steal their things. And this is very much that same modus operandi of like intimidation and brutality and like these threats of power and violence, especially the bounty hunters, who like your gut feeling is that they don't really care about whether or not you're innocent or guilty. They want to take you back. They want to get their reward. And if they can steal your relics along the way, they'll probably do it.
Forgive me. Is this for Egg
Gotcha.
or for me?
This Egg.
Gotcha.
Shane, you just have a feeling that they're speaking in an official capacity.
Gotcha.
You guys don't have to roll insight every time you have a conversation with somebody, but when you have conversations with strangers, it's a very handy skill.
Mm-hmm.
You should never assume that because I'm the GM, I'm going to tell you the whole truth or even any truth.
Okay.
In conversation.
I do feel I would have gotten more if my character was from Glitterstone.
Yes.
So
No, I took that into consideration.
yeah.
I figure I'd have some amount of history with.
Well, I mean, not necessarily. Even if you work in the criminal underground, you don't necessarily work with like murderous black factors.
Oh, fair.
So Petalin has spun her tail. Now what? Their response is, you admit to, defrauding and working against the interests of somebody who's a great ally of the Kingdom of Glitterstone and William of Wheaton. And now, if you, I guess they're going to lay down the ultimatum: lay down your arms, submit to us, and march out of here. And then perhaps we will deliver this creature to the person that you seek, and see if there's any truth to your words.
If they haven't shown any amount of perception of me, I will go ahead and take out my wooden sword, which would probably be a lot cooler if it wasn't wooden.
So you might want to
I'm-
roll perception to see that,
Oh, okay.
because Chain knows that he is brightly lit.
Oh yeah, but if they haven't even
Mhm.
turned to look at me or anything.
I mean, they've looked at everybody in the room at this point. Like when it was lit, when they were looking over everybody because they were naming the people on their list, they gave everybody a look.
Including me.
Yeah, because you can't hide
okay.
in plain sight.
I wasn't sure if I was
Yeah.
up against the wall.
Oh, I mean, you could be up against the wall, but it's like, so you're in a direct line of sight with the front one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like this guy.
That makes sense. Then I'll be chill, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm not in any trouble. I'm not worried, so I'll just lean against the wall.
Okay.
Maybe take out my, training sword
Okay.
and just swing at the air a little bit.
Sure. You're gonna draw a weapon and start flourishing it.
So, what I'm thinking is it's not it doesn't look like a real weapon, and if I'm not doing anything threatening, they wouldn't, assume it was a real weapon. Am I wrong in that? Or
You would be. You're wearing it on your hip, not like a toy.
okay, yeah, then I just won't.
Yeah. Magic is rare, but somebody who's adventuring wouldn't wear a wooden toy on their hip.
Okay.
And that maybe if you were in town, that'd be okay.
Ah, that's a good call. Yeah, that makes sense.
So they've levied their ultimatum of lay down your arms and come with us. Is there any response?
While Petalin was talking to them,
Mm-hmm.
I want my tiny servant to come around to me.
Okay.
I guess it would have been next to me because
Yeah, it should have been with you.
Okay.
I just
So-
plopped things in the room. So
Okay. I guess they're not really listening, and I'm not in the mood to give them Pippi.
So what's this all about?
are you saying that in character?
Is Egg still laying on the floor, or did you stand up?
Forgot it
Egg?
was.
Egg's still lying on the ground.
Okay.
He's ready to attack these guys. He's just,
Do
playing
we
possum.
gotta go with you? Those of us that aren't a part of this all?
Yeah, that's a good question. What he said.
We have no interest in taking in. I mean, there's no benefit to us to bringing you in.
Cool.
Figured.
You haven't wronged the Kingdom of Glitterstone, and we stand to gain nothing from taking you.
Cool. In that case, I'm just gonna stand by my friend if that's okay while you take these criminals away.
We would prefer if you did no such thing until we have compliance from the three that are here.
Touche, guardsman. Touche.
Officials are so boring.
We
I'll just
grow
look
in.
very uninterested.
Are you guys going to do anything?
Well,
I-
without saying anything, can I like look over at Egg and look over at the madam and kind of like gauge their expressions and see like if they want to if they're ready to fight these guys or if they want to try to negotiate or just like kind of raise an eyebrow at one of them?
You can certainly roll insight.
I'm gonna do the same, looking at my team members here.
All right.
Okay.
God damn it.
Pedalin,
Okay,
you
yeah,
have
why
no
not?
good
That would
read
be
on their
good to know.
faces.
Hey.
Sure. So Chain and Udinar can read pretty much everybody's expression and kind of get a feel for what they're thinking.
Okay.
Which would be.
I don't know.
Well, yeah. That's
You
what I'm
know,
asking.
you can tell instantly that Beldam in no capacity is going to hand over Pippi.
Yep.
And
Okay.
Pedalin feels the exact same way. She's just like, fuck these guys. Who are they?
And I know Egg likes to fight, so even if a fight
Yeah.
broke out and he wasn't, or he was okay with going, he'll still fight. So,
Yeah.
At least he has hands.
yeah.
Yes.
Like Pedalin wants to fight them, but she can't tell what everybody else wants to do, so she's just like hesitating and isn't sure. But she doesn't trust them.
Sure.
The one in the center pulls out 3 sets of manacles and holds them out toward you.
As soon as he does, I release the firebolt I had prepped.
Oh shit.
Okay, so let me add a turn order here. And make sure. Oh yeah, I gotta delete everybody. Okay, you should be able to roll your initiatives now.
Cool.
I didn't select. Whatever.
Me.
And manually putting in mine or letting me.
You should be able to. Are you? Do you not have?
I'm
Oh,
not,
you
I'm
just
not
did-
in
you
the
didn't-
turn order
Oh,
because I forgot to select my person.
okay. That work? You should be able to edit it now.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So,
If the person
Madam
laying
Beldam.
down goes first.
Madam Beldam had an action readied, so she gets to act in a surprise round, so you have advantage on your firebolt.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely take that one.
Oh, did you already roll it? I didn't even know. Okay, let me.
I think it booted me.
Booted you.
Okay, I got it.
I didn't
Booty,
know what
booty,
you-
booty, booty.
Okay, so as he's pulling out his manacles, Madam Beldam just lets a firebolt fly, and it punches him straight in the chest. Let me. Yeah, punches him straight in the chest, and does its damage. Okay. And you can see several of his robes just start to burn away, and you see like this well-muscled, chiseled chest of a man that doesn't look anything like a wizard should, or like a robed squishy should underneath. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and start at the top of initiative. But before we do, Udinar, a blade slides across your throat
Dope.
as the invisible creature is revealed. Oh, Oklahoma. It's this. Actually, I'm gonna have to roll on roll 20. Okay, here we go. Did that pop up publicly?
Yes.
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 Okay. Yeah, so 23 damage as the short sword is just dragged across, and like your keen, battler's reaction, your experience in fighting, gets you to pull your head back, to tighten the muscles so that it's not a fatal wound, despite the critical nature of it. So you can can you do anything to yourself when it's critical, or does it have to be another creature? Sorry, I didn't tell you because I thought you couldn't do it if it was yours, but then I realized you might be able to.
Let me take a look here.
Does it say a creature other than yourself or?
Yeah, just go ahead and post it.
When
So
you
with the
or a
surprise
creature,
round, do
you
I
can see.
have a bonus action?
No, because you had it's not a surprise round. It's like a surprise action. You had a ready
Okay.
action.
So it's worded as a reaction when you or a creature you can see within
Okay.
30 feet.
Yeah. Okay, so then you can dump that down.
Okay, so that just
So
turns into a
that'd be
normal
half.
hit. Yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be 11.
Okay.
Well, actually, hold on. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 19. Half of 19.
Just for the hell of it, I'll roll it.
13. So it'd be 13 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, again, just like that quick snap, that reaction, that understanding of how, the vitality of the neck even works. And you keep yourself from being just immediately garroted
Mm-hmm.
as the other creature is revealed behind you. And add that in. Okay. All right. Egg. The initiative is yours. As a font of blood sprays out from Udinar's neck.
Does standing up take an action?
Not an action, but it takes movement.
Are we doing full movement or half movement for getting up for prone?
It was half movement.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm only going to move 15 spaces to here.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm going to attack.
This fireball is nothing. It's just a representation of the daylight.
Yeah, that was the light. Yeah, I remembered. Okay, and I'm gonna to hit this guy with the bell staff center mass.
So you get up. Like, do you use the staff to help you get up quickly? And
Yeah, like
all right.
I was clearly ready. Like
Mhm.
one motion, I get up and bring it out.
All right. You like
And
wedge
just
the
dash
wedge
forward.
Yeah, like you almost wedge the staff into like the grout or the the gap in the floor and use it to just like propel yourself forward and whip that thing around. All right, yeah, that hits. The bell staff cracks into the rib cage of the robed man in front, and then as you pull it away and the bell rings, that resounding secondary thunderous shockwave goes through, and you can see his robe just gets like blown open by it, and there's a great big bruise already forming.
And then I pull it back and then bring it down again and try to hit him on the head. Which
okay, he reaches up and just like stops the staff with one hand.
Nah.
It's
Right,
a
yeah,
natural
don't
it's
use
a
it.
natural one, so don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
So,
see that.
So he just puts one hand up to stop it, and the staff just like almost gently lands in his hand.
Okay. Well, my bonus action, I will
Mhm.
then use the pivot it to like
Mhm.
hit him in the knee.
Okay. Take action, blah, blah, blah. Okay, sure. 7 more. Okay. That would be broken chain then.
Okay. Just gonna go ahead and step up right here. So I had a question.
I have an answer.
Assassinate.
They haven't taken an action.
Yeah. So, but do I get assuming I hit it, do I crit it, or is it not
Yes.
surprised?
No. So you have advantage on attack rolls against a creature that is taken into turn count. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we'll call them surprised. They haven't moved
okay.
yet.
So advantage.
Oh wait, no, because they have a turn in this turn.
Okay, so yeah,
So
it's not.
Yeah. You
not
have
an
advantage,
auto-crit.
but you don't have the crit. Yeah.
Let me.
If you had done what Beldam did, then it would have been the crit.
That makes sense. That's what I was thinking. I just wanted to check.
Sure.
So that's a hit.
Okay. That is absolutely a hit. So,
What
your sneak attack dice are those? It's anytime you have advantage, you get sneak attack, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So, 21, pretty good.
What is that? What is the second piercing damage?
That's your sword.
Oh, that's just the sword. I see.
Yeah.
And then the 12 is the sneak attack. Got it.
Yes. Yeah. So you leap up to the side and well, I mean it's piercing, so you thrust it into him.
My wooden sword.
Yep. Sharp as shit. Anything else?
I'll go ahead and take out my actual sword and attack him as well.
No, you can't draw your weapon and attack with it if it's not part of the move.
Oh, do I just declare it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will disengage.
Mhm.
And,
Like
so I
if
moved
if you're
5.
if you're moving at least half your movement, you can draw a weapon as part of it.
Oh, it's half movement. I see.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You need to move at least half your movement speed.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
How far did you move the first time? It was just
5 feet.
okay. Okay.
I'm not even going to move the full anyway.
Alright.
And during that, I'll drop my other weapon. Just in
Okay.
case.
Pedal in.
Okay. So for the sake of color, I'm gonna roll these d8s prior to the spell that I'm gonna use, but okay, 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Set it. Okay. Oh, that makes it hard. All right, that's fine. So,
Okay.
sick and tired of people not listening or believing her just because she's a gnome and everybody's talking down to her all the time from Glitterstone, and she's sick and tired of people trying to separate her from her friends. She just kind of holds up both hands in fists by the side of her face and just screams, and in two different directions. One at this guy back here behind Udinar, and one at the leader of the blackguards over here. A bolt of energy from her body just erupts out in a twinned chaos bolt.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, it's not at all what I wanted to do. That is the wrong button.
That is the spell, though.
It is the spell. There you go. That's what it is. There you go. Okay, so that's the first one,
Mm-hmm.
which
you roll
is
damage type as
light.
well?
It's a lightning damage at this
So,
guy.
So why did you roll 2d8 beforehand?
Okay, so you roll a d8
Yeah,
to determine the
that's-
damage type.
That's part of the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't need to roll that beforehand. It's part of the spell already. See that 9 down at Chaos Bolt?
Right, but it just determines the damage type. Not, it doesn't roll damage.
It is. 'Cause
Oh, so
on a hit, target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. After you roll the damage, choose one of the d8s, and that's the damage type.
Yeah, but I thought I would roll a d8 to determine it.
No,
you can choose.
You
you choose either the 3 or the 6 to determine the type.
yeah, because look at if you hover over your 9, it shows that you rolled a 3 and a 6 on your d8. Those are what you choose from.
Okay.
Yeah, so you choose one of the
then-
d8s. Yeah.
I guess fire then
Okay.
for this guy over here.
Okay.
And then I have
That's why
to
it's
Well, I mean
chaos.
yeah. So it's an 11. That's gonna miss.
Okay.
Your chaos bolt will whiz past him,
And then
and
that guy
that
over
one
there.
that one just like sputters and like winks out before it even gets to Udinar.
All right. And then for my bonus action, do a spiritual weapon.
You can't because chaos bolt is a first level spell.
I don't understand what you mean.
I've told you this. I've told everybody you can only cast one leveled spell per turn.
Even though spirit weapon is a bonus action?
Yes.
All right. Well, then that'll conclude my turn.
You can cast a cantrip in a leveled spell, but you can only cast one leveled spell per turn.
I thought that was only with third level spells.
No, it's all level spells.
Okay then.
All right, is everybody else like you could quicken a cantrip if you wanted, but
I'm not gonna spend another sorcery point when I already burned through one on this turn.
no, this I understand. I was just letting you know that that's the kind of thing you can do. You can cast a cantrip in a leveled spell in any combination you want, but only one leveled spell per turn. All right, you finished?
I already said I was finished.
Well, I had just explained shit, all right? Okay. So, each of the three casters, in unison, cast a single spell. They begin to weave their magic and say their chant, and all three of them split into 4 additional creatures, all sharing the same space. So there are now 12 of them.
Oh, fuck. All right.
And then they don't have anything there. Udanar.
All right. Okay, so after my neck almost being, well, what felt like being cut clean off, even though it wasn't that bad, obviously, I'll turn around and grab the shield off my back to equip it. So what do you want me to do for that? Is that
That's a move. Let's call it a movement action.
Call that movement action? Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be my move then. And then I will cast. Where the hell is it?
It may actually be an action. Oh, it takes one. It per the player's handbook, it takes an action to don or doff a shield.
Okay, so that's my action.
Mm-hmm.
Then I cast that.
Okay, and you should be able to pull that in. I don't
Right.
have to pull it out for you anymore.
So right behind him, out of the ground,
Yeah.
comes this spirit version of the shovel I have on my side.
Mm-hmm.
And
so the shovel digs itself out of the ground.
basically, yeah.
Hilarious.
And that can attack on the same turn, right?
Yes.
That it's summoned. Let me
When you
to that.
cast the spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet.
Oh my god, I have 2 versions of this because of. Okay, it's this one. Normal
You can
version.
just delete the old one, I think.
Yeah. Alright, so it's just gonna whack at him.
An 18 hits.
For 12.
Being force damage, I never really understand how, because it's not cutting him.
Right?
It's just like whacking him.
Yeah.
Bludgeoning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, force damage isn't bludgeoning. It's just like raw energy. So like it could stab into him, but it wouldn't leave like an open wound.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like getting
Punching.
hit by gamma rays or something.
Or like Cyclops' blast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that your shovel bites, cuts through the material flesh of the creature and or wiggles around a little bit. Is that all?
That's all, yeah.
Madam Beldam.
All right. Gonna have a bit going on here. So, my bonus action, I will tell Tiny Servant telepathically to go drop its load on that guy's face.
Okay.
And it has a movement of 30, so it can get there. I guess
Okay.
what kind of roll? No, not the chest. I made a huge mistake.
I already did it. I already moved it.
Okay. So what kind of roll would you want that to be?
Just have it make an attack,
+5.
whatever its attack is.
I believe it's 1d4. Oh,
Well, no,
that's
no,
a-
no,
No,
yeah.
that's
hit.
damage.
I'm going to turn that into a 17.
Okay.
Yeah, it says melee
So
weapon attack
17 plus 5.
Yeah, that's a hit. So it's gonna dump its load. Ooh, okay. So the black goo just like slowly slides out of the jar. Well, not too slowly, but it's like a thick viscous liquid that runs out of there. And the assassin looks over just in time to get like splashed in the face, and you can see him just like trying to brush it off, but the liquid itself has almost a sentience, and it just begins to like bore into the open, like any open space, like through the tear ducts, through its nose, through the ears,
Oh,
and just
shit.
like into his open mouth, and he just begins to gurgle and scream.
Oh, this was the best fucking spell I've ever picked. This moment was worth it.
Oh my god.
What else?
Okay, and then for my action, I am sorry, Egg. We are gonna fireball.
You can fireball the hallway behind them. It exists.
Oh,
It just
okay.
I ran out of map space.
Okay, I will shoot far enough behind to
Okay.
catch them, but not hit Egg.
Okay.
God, that was beautiful.
It was horrifying and beautiful.
Hmm.
How does that work with mirrored image? Does
That's
it
what
matter?
that's what I'm looking up now.
'Cause I assume it wouldn't, considering you're hitting all of them.
That AoE though.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
says
I mean,
with an attack. We
well, right,
we
right.
concluded that fireball doesn't count.
Well, right. I'm not talking about changing the target. I'm talking about, is it going to destroy the mirror images? Oh, okay. So no, they won't be hit by it. The mirror images aren't hit by the AoE. Because it can only a duplicate can only be destroyed by an attack that hits. It ignores all other damage and effect. Okay, so they still need to make their dexterity saves. Because you're ignoring the duplicates, you're still damaging them.
Hmm.
That's a natural 1. That's a 17, and that's a 10. So it looks like 2 of them failed. It'll be the 2 in the back. 36. Okay. So half of 36 is 18. Jesus Christ. Damage. Okay.
I don't care what else happens. I'm super stoked that Tiny Servant worked out.
Okay,
No
so your
kidding.
your fireball explodes in the hallway behind the flames jet forward and engulf them. They look behind, and only one of them is able to dive out of the way. Dive in such a fashion that he takes very minimal damage, and all 4, so all 12 of the robed creatures, the robed casters dive, but only one of them is spared. Okay, top of the initiative. Let's see. Nope,
None
nope,
of them are dead.
Nope.
Wow.
Dude is fucked. So the assassin just begins to claw at his throat and face and just screams and falls to his knees. He just sits there screaming, his shouts echoing off the walls.
Oh man, that's the best.
Egg,
Can't say that as a good character.
you have initiative.
Okay. Well, there are 4 of this person in front of me now, right?
Yes.
So let's go one at a time. I will first try to boop one of them with the end of my pole.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Good.
14. And that would be okay. So that one. So you hit one and it dissipates.
Okay. Then I will swing around and attack another one with a regular attack.
It dissipates.
All right, and we'll attack another one.
It dissipates.
So now there's just one guy in front of me.
Yep.
I will use my action surge to attack him.
Okay.
Oh,
no!
He puts his hand
I'm
out.
gonna make that a 20.
Okay. So
beautiful.
as he
That
puts
is a
his hand
critical
out,
hit.
yeah. So as he puts his hand out to stop the staff, there's this brief rend in space time itself. And Egg, you're sure it was literally about to land softly in his palm like it did before, but for whatever reason, it doesn't. And describe to me how you critically hit him.
So it's about to land in his hand and then slips past and hits him square in the nose, like just on the bridge of his face.
Okay.
And then the thunder explodes out onto.
Yeah. So you remember that it has special properties when it crits, right? You wrote those down.
Yes. On a crit, 2d6 thunder damage. Additional, I guess.
Yeah.
So is that on here?
So you're wielding it two-handed, so that'd be 2d8 plus 2d6.
Yep.
I think you can set it up to roll that on crit.
Oh, whoops! I did the wrong thing.
That's fine.
That's what I meant to do. And then I think it is set up, but because it didn't roll.
Right. So 2d6, and you need one more d8.
Oh.
7 with 8, 15. Okay. Nope. Okay, so he's still alive. All right, so the white steel crozier just crashes into his nose and utterly flattens it. And then the secondary shockwave, and this time as the bell rings, you can actually see like the physical shockwave rend the air. First time you crit with it, so the first time you'll see this effect. And like it just rips a hole in his face. And so now instead of a nose, there's this bloody gap.
Oof.
And you can see the fractured skull beneath, but somehow he's still standing.
Gross.
All right. You finished?
Yes, that is all I can do.
Chain, you're up.
Doing rogue things.
What does that mean?
Sneak attacking him.
Okay.
Oh, question. Because my sword has the shield ability,
Mhm.
do I have to pay the component cost?
No.
No.
It's part of it. It doesn't cast the spell so much as it has the effects of the spell whenever you command it.
Cool.
It's like if you had a wand that casts shield, you don't have to have the material components.
All right. Bada bing.
13 does not hit.
God, that's boring. No, let's do it. I'm gonna attack with my other sword as well.
Okay.
I assume that one hits.
21 does hit.
I might have not taken off my global damage in time. Let's see if it counts it. Wow.
It's whenever you roll damage, it should automatically
cool.
go through. You get a sneak attack on that.
Isn't it once? No, it's once per turn.
Yeah, and you didn't hit with the other one.
Oh, okay. I was not aware.
Yeah, you don't declare a sneak attack. It's when an attack hits, it's a sneak attack.
Well, that's cool. So let's see. So that's just 3d6.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
far better roll. So 19 damage to the guy in front.
Okay. That's probably going to be enough. It is. So, while he's distracted with his face exploding, despite somehow dodging your first attack, that second one's gonna do something. What's it do?
I'll stab through his side
Okay.
into his
So-
lung.
Sure.
You don't want to
Yeah.
stab him in the face hole?
This isn't my wooden sword.
Yeah. That he only gives
Jab my
wood to their face hole.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So you puncture both lungs and rip the sword free, and he just collapses. Because honestly, if you hit both lungs, you probably hit the heart.
Nice.
He just crumbles to his knees, lifeless and limp.
And that'll be my
Pedal
turn.
in.
Okay. So we're gonna try and hit the guy behind him or one of his lackeys.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, which one?
This guy. The northernmost guy.
Cool.
Okay. You're casting spiritual weapon, so.
Oh, sorry. We need to drag the thing over, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
And a
hit
21 does hit.
Does he dissipate or?
Oh right, I forgot his mirror image on. Yes, it dissipates.
Then I'll also twin a firebolt, both aiming at the same guy.
So it's a cantrip. So as you begin muttering the words for firebolt, the one that you just attacked locks eyes with you and speaks the exact same words you were about to say, but in reverse, and your spell fails to manifest.
Oh, this counter spelling dickwad.
An asshole.
Okay. So it doesn't eat your sorcery point.
Okay.
The spell was never cast.
Did you delete the turnover?
I had my hand extended like I was gonna do
it?
firebolt,
Oh,
and then it just went like
Yeah.
pss, 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 in my hand, and just like a little smoke came out.
Mm. All right, are you finished?
Yes.
Okay. This one is going to step here. Which doesn't provoke, I think, because he's not moving out
He did move out of range.
of whom? He's still in range of you.
Is that? Oh, I guess that is 5, right? Never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking that was 10 for some reason.
No. So he moves there, and he starts to mutter something and raises his hands, and you can see the lightning begin to crackle at his fingertips, and he just, as it gathers, he just thrusts his arm out.
Can I cast counterspell as
Do
a
you have
reaction?
a reaction?
As a reaction?
You certainly can.
Do I click it?
Yes.
Click it.
Casting a spell of 3rd level or lower. So he thrusts his arm out, and just the lightning just doesn't go anywhere. It just dissipates in his hand.
Fucking
Yeah.
shit up.
Counter
Yeah, not so
spelling
fun,
god.
is it?
You counter spelling god.
Actually, hold on. One reaction. No, he can counterspell you.
What?
So he's gonna use his reaction to counterspell your counterspell.
But that's a leveled spell.
Oh, you're right. And the other one's dead. I can't.
Fuck your rules.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get get fucked, blue player.
suck
Sick
it.
of this
Oh,
shit.
if only I'd had one more alive, we could have done it. No, that's fine.
Wait, what is it? I don't understand. What do you mean one more alive?
Well, the one that was dead, like he could have counterspelled her
Yeah.
counterspell.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you hadn't killed him, then this would have happened. So no lightning bolt. You counterspell his lightning bolt, and he looks down at his hand like, "What the fuck?" and looks up at you and just like glares.
I flip him the bird.
All right.
Both hands.
Okay. And
Sorry,
then,
that requires a reaction.
let's see. This one. What does he have?
See, what you don't know is that my reaction of counterspell, you cast it by flipping the bird.
Oh,
Hmm.
I see, I see.
What's the range on fireball? Or the radius? 20-foot radius?
Yes.
So that would be probably best here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep. Okay. So this one at the top north side, and he starts, gathering up some, fiery energy in his hands, and then he just like a Hadouken motion tosses it out, and it quickly expands and explodes. So everybody, I believe, is going to need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I cast shield?
That will not help you here.
It will not? Okay.
No. Shield would stop magic missile, but it also gives you a bonus to your AC, and this isn't an AC
This
thing.
isn't anything like that.
Yeah.
God fucking... I can't
Mine is-
dex save.
Mine is a 19.
So Petalin, Madame Beldam, and Egg will all save, and more d6s than I have handy, so I'll let you guys actually see it.
Gross.
22 to everybody who failed, which is Udanar and Chain. Petalin, Madame Beldam, and Egg each take 11 fire damage.
My fireball was better.
It was a better fireball.
Son of a bitch is gonna feel it.
And I don't have anything easy. So they are... well, that one's already moved. This one... No, he'll stay where he is. Okay. Udanar, the initiative is yours.
God, I
Okay.
was hoping he'd take that move.
Oh, okay. I'm going to swing with the spiritual weapon again as the bonus, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. That's not on the spell page. That's on my core.
Oh, well, actually, hold on. He's automatically failing his, so he takes 22. Okay. Sure. Okay, so the 13. I mean, you should roll at advantage.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No. Okay. 13 misses somehow.
Yeah, sure. Then I'm going to just take my hand, because it doesn't have the shovel in it yet. The other has the shield. And just basically put it around his throat
Okay.
and cast this.
Okay. Well, somehow in his frantic screaming and flailing, you find it difficult
To get a hold of him.
Get him. Yeah. He worms his way out of your grasp.
Does he not get advantage on his touch?
Oh, you should. Yeah, it's still an attack.
Alright, do it again here.
Hey!
never mind.
Nice.
So yes, you do quite literally just close your hand around his throat and tell me what happens.
So, as I'm holding him, the skin around my hand just starts to go away, exposing the skeleton beneath it, and it just starts to, basically suck the life out of him to regain, the flesh around it.
Yeah.
Just basically
you just-
taking his
you-
life force to like regenerate it.
You pull the life energy from him, and it just like rebuilds the flesh of your own hand.
Yes.
Cool. All right. That is enough. So he's a dead boy. That just
Yay!
he goes limp in your grasp, and when you finally release him, he just like falls to the floor.
I'm just imagining the jar dancing on his body.
Fucking jar.
Right there, actually.
That's the end of
it's
my
a
turn.
shame he died. I was gonna have the jar punch him in the nuts.
Madam Beldam, you have the initiative.
Oh, we're still in the same round, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Why do you say that?
Now I'm counting reactions.
Ah.
I still feel like there's one out there. So let's. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll go ahead and magic missile the north fella.
Give me 1 second. These fucking obscure ass 5e rules, man.
Oh, magic missile to mirror image.
No. That I already know. Because it's not targeted, so it's not an attack. So Sage Advice actually says that I could have cast that lightning bolt because Counterspell is a reaction speed spell. But I'm not going to go back and change it. Just it's good to know for the future.
Sure.
So you can counterspell somebody counterspelling your own spell. You can
Shit.
basically counterspell all the way down as long as you have the slot.
Right, because you only get one
Um,
reaction anyway, so I guess that makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yes, because I wanted to see what the exact wording here.
So you can use a reaction on your own turn.
Yes, you can, because the reaction qualifies, because each reaction has a specific component, and counterspell's reaction is as your target casts a spell. So that trigger occurs even on your turn. Trying to find that leveled spell wording exactly, because
What does S mean for component? Is that
Somatic.
Somatic, so like speaking.
No, somatic is like movement,
Oh, okay, so that would be like
wiggling your fingers.
Yeah.
Naruto attack.
Jazz hands.
Yeah.
Flipping the bird.
Flipping
yes.
the bird.
Gang signs.
Where is that wording on the leveled spells thing?
For counterspell?
Because it's like in Sage Advice, the counterspell is officially excluded from that. And I don't know if it's because counterspell is a specific or like a special circumstance, or if it's because it's a reaction speed spell.
I see.
Limit on the number of spells. There's no rule that says you can only cast X number. There are some practical limits. Main limiting factor is your action must blah blah blah. If you cast a spell, healing word, the bonus action with your action, the spell must be a cantrip. Is specific to spells that use bonus action. For instance, if you cast a spell using action surge, you aren't limited to casting. What the fuck is this confusing ass shit, wizards? It's like you get different wording depending on which version of this like errata that you're reading.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit bathroom real quick while you're.
Yeah. That's the wrong one because that player is retarded and doesn't know what they're asking. Cantrip, cantrip, spell cantrip, or cantrip spell. Balance issue. What page is it on, though? I want to see it in the book. Please help me with the one spell cast. Where is the rule written? Page 202 of the player's handbook. I don't have a PHP handy.
I do. I'll look it up.
202?
Yeah. Because I'd rather have this clarified for you guys as well.
Yeah.
Because if you can do cool shit, I want you to be able to do cool shit. You can't cast another spell during the same turn, except for a cantrip with a casting time of 1 action. Some
Okay.
spells can be cast as reaction. These spells take a fraction of a second to bring about our casting in response to some event. If a spell can be cast as a reaction, spell description tells you exactly when you can do so. But Sage, so it is still 1 leveled spell per turn. Counterspell is just the singular exception to the rule.
Right. Okay.
So counterspell has been specifically errated to be able to be used even if you've cast another leveled spell.
Does that mean it's like basically not a leveled spell because it's a reaction?
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, I mean, no, I don't want to say that because there are
Right.
other reaction speed spells. It supersedes the rule of only being able to cast 1 level spell per turn.
And you still use a spell slot when you
Yeah.
use it as a reaction.
Yes. Like everything else, applies. This is just the exception to the rule.
Right.
Okay, so I could have, but I didn't because for whatever reason, and we're gonna leave it as it lies for
Sure.
now. So Madame Beldam, you do have the initiative here, and you were casting magic missile, north or south.
North.
Okay, how many missiles? Oh, it doesn't matter. So that's 10 damage. Okay. All right, so each of the missiles punch, or your card missiles punch into him, cutting through with force energy. Anything else?
I will move my tiny servant. Pop-ups, get out of here. You there.
Okay. He's
Now in my
dead.
turn.
So he can come out of the turn order. Then Egg, you have the initiative.
Okay. How many mirror images do these two guys have left?
Each of them have. There are 4 of each of them.
No, I dispelled one of the northern
no,
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I need to. I'll put a check of that. So then he has 2 left.
Okay.
There.
Then I will gingerly step over this corpse and attack this guy above me.
So considerate of the corpse.
First, I will boop one of them with the butt end of my polearm.
Okay. No, because you have to do the attack first. When you take the attack action.
Okay.
All right, so that one misses.
All right,
You took the
I'll-
attack action. Now you whip around and do your butt end. That does dissipate one of the mirror images.
Have we
All right.
ever hit someone before all of their mirror images went away?
and
Hmm?
I'll attack
I'm sorry.
again.
Have we ever hit someone before all of their mirror images went away?
This is your first time dealing with mirror image, and the answer is no so far.
No, we did it with not when Shane was alive. While we
When-
were fighting with the Medusa.
Oh, was there a mirror image there?
Mhm.
Oh, I don't know.
The
Probably
apprentice
not.
chick.
All right. Let me make sure I passed the threshold here because I don't know if I did. Okay, I did. All right, so that one also dissipates a duplicate, so he's out.
Those are my attacks.
Okay.
So I've dispelled all his mirror images.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you finished?
Yep, I say, "Hey, buddy."
Mhm.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. Chain.
Can we share a location with Spirit Weapon?
I think not.
Can I, like, you know,
let me
be
see.
under it while it attacks
go
above
ahead.
me?
That's
Well,
probably been asked
theoretically, there should
before.
be room in the hallway behind him. Also,
Well, yeah. You can, because it can't stop anybody moving through its square, so you can occupy the same space.
Nice.
The rules about
It's just-
occupying squares only talk about creature. It doesn't pass through walls and doesn't occupy its own space. It's not a creature.
Then I'm gonna put myself here.
Okay.
Spirit. I'm in the Spirit's Weapon.
Uh,
And I'm gonna disengage. Sorry,
like-
disengage, and then
Okay. So like right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you
I just
drag
didn't
this?
wanna-
Sorry. Did you drag this spirit blade out?
No.
Because it's not letting me move it.
Really?
Yeah.
Spirit blade represents. Oh, because it's. Okay, it should be good now. Give me a sec.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Well, let's stop moving it because I need to like save it now. Because if I don't, I'm gonna have to change it every single time.
Sure.
Edit default token, remove. Chain, will you move for a second?
yes.
Let me make sure that I. There. All right. It's good now.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was set up as a flaming sphere,
Yeah. It's okay.
but now it works. So Madame Beldam could have controlled it. Okay. All right, we're good. Chain.
Stab. By stab, I mean one stab.
So descriptive. I love it. All right. Go ahead and make your attack. 20 hits.
With sneak, yeah.
All right. And you
21.
thrust your wood deep inside. Deep. That stabs in. Blood gouts out from the fresh puncture wound, and yet he still stands.
Oh, does he have any more mirror images?
No.
That's my turn.
Okay.
I don't have any. I guess I could step away from him, but no, I'll be okay.
Okay. Pedal in.
I think I'm gonna move so that he doesn't get any fancy ideas about that lightning bolt again.
Good thought.
Break it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna shove my spirit weapon down his neck hole.
Okay.
What's the point? It's not even made of wood.
Ka-choo!
Wow.
Hmm.
So that's the north one you're
That's
attacking?
the north one, yes.
That'll do it. You shove your spirit weapon down his neck hole, and off pops his head.
Yeah!
And
Kinda spelling son of a bitch.
you create the neck hole for which a weapon can be shoved downward.
And it's so tempting.
Yeah, by decapitating the poor fool.
Okay. I'll see if I can firebolt South Boy down here.
10 does
Which probably
not
not.
hit.
Okay, that's my.
Okay. So on to their final caster, as the group has swiftly made mincemeat of them. You know what? He's probably gonna be pretty mad about what's going down here. How does this spell work? Mm,
God, I hate mages.
Right?
They're just
That's-
the worst.
that's not as good. No, we're definitely gonna lightning bolt here. He's mad. You two have, as far as he's concerned, you've killed his friends.
I assume he's
His-
stepping back and attacking it at diagonal.
Oh no! I mean,
I haven't
so
killed
this is
anyone.
coming from his square. So
Even though it's
it can
his
be
corner?
yeah. It's any point within his square
Oh, interesting. Okay.
is where line spells can originate. So yeah, that'll hit both of you.
Can I counterspell again?
Do you have the slots?
I do have the slot.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Oh, I could do it from there. That would be better. Okay, so he's gonna step into the hallway here. I have to open up the vision for you guys, don't I?
I mean, we can imagine it to be.
Well, yeah,
perfectly
but
honest.
you literally won't be able to see him because the dynamic lighting
Okay.
there.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh no, that's the map. We're gonna put him on 2. I think that'll do it. Yeah. Okay, so he starts gathering his lightning together. Pedalin casts counterspell, and I counterspell your counterspell because I can.
Wait, I thought he can take a reaction in the middle of its turn.
Yes, that's
Okay.
what we. That's that
Oh.
literally
Yeah,
the
so that-
conversation we
Well,
just
I
had.
thought the conversation that we were having was that the other guy was
No.
able to.
No. This is the guy that was casting lightning bolt before, the one that just
Okay.
moved, and you counterspelled him, and I could have counterspelled your counterspell then, but it was a misunderstanding, and so we didn't have it happen.
Can I
So if-
counterspell his counterspell?
Do you have another third? Oh no, you don't have another reaction.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Um,
So, but if Madame Beldam had counterspell, or if Udinar had counterspell, then yes, you could counterspell his counterspell to counterspell your counterspell.
Oh god, I
Yeah.
hate it.
magic.
All right.
I tried, guys. I
All
tried.
right. So that'll be Egg, Chain, and
question.
Madame Beldam. Answer.
I guess assuming, or if the lightning spell had a component of S or concentration,
Mm-hmm.
would he still be able to do this?
Yes.
So, like, while he's doing it, he can
Yes.
somehow use another of the same component. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, just wondering.
I don't know. I don't understand why, and I'm not going to question it because he's literally shooting lightning out of his fingertips. So I don't.
Why
think
not
it's-
at this point?
Yeah, I don't think the minutia of D&D physics or possibilities is really up for debate in this situation.
Look, clearly he could just speak out of both sides of his mouth at the same
Yeah,
time.
I mean, have you never met anybody who could breathe in through their nose and breathe out through their mouth at the same time?
I don't think I've
I've
ever
never
actually
met
met
anybody
someone.
like that. But I
My
know that
theater
they
teacher could
exist.
do it. It was crazy. So anyway, I need a dexterity save from Egg, Chain, and Madame Beldam, please.
Yes,
Hey, you
Nice.
finally did it.
I did the thing I'm good at.
Okay.
Another luck point.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's 3 saves. It's 86 as well, I think. Yes, 86. So let's see. That's another 11.
Whoa. Oh.
Nice.
That actually works pretty well.
Yep, not bad.
I like them apples. Okay.
Beautiful.
Graphics
Udinar.
are messed up.
Well, whatever. I don't
I'm
care
just
about that.
kidding.
Yeah, so with this guy obviously dead, I guess I'll turn around and start chanting a little bit while looking at the guy
Okay.
and cast this here.
Toll the Dead. DC 15 Wisdom save. Okay, I pass. Wisdom save though. What do you
28.
toll? What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I misread that.
Yeah.
Continue on.
And I don't take half on failures, so I take nothing.
Nothing, yep.
He resists the toll of the dead as the deep bells ring in the distance. Anything else?
I will move my weapon 20, which will be right there.
Okay. Madam Beldam.
All right. Bonus action. Tiny Servant's gonna go and punch him in the nads.
Yeah.
Tiny Servant does a decent amount
Aw.
of damage for what it is.
It swings its muscular bottled fist, and the caster, utterly confused, just kind of sidesteps it.
Yep.
And while he's distracted by that, I'm gonna fucking mind spike him.
Yes.
I passed my saving throw. So I take 5 damage. And now you know where I am forever, right?
For an hour.
Ever.
Yeah. That's basically forever in the life of an enemy. All right. You finished?
Yep.
All right, egg.
Actually,
Oh.
I will move.
Okay.
Not be in a fucking line. And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Egg.
All right, I step forward
Mm-hmm.
and I go to bash, 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 ring, ring, ring the bell
All right, let's see.
down on his head.
Oh, that missed.
Nice.
So that hits him.
Yeah.
So deal damage. So 8.
And I'll add a trip attack to it.
Okay. That isn't like that. Just makes it so that you deal 5 extra damage, and now it's like a trip or something.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, he
it's
has to
not
do a saving throw.
Strange.
I got a 19, so I think I
To
passed.
see if he can stand on his feet.
Oh yeah, I think you just hit him in his incredibly thick, well-muscled calf.
Calf.
These are
No, I
beefy
tried to
wizards,
to
man.
trip him just by sheer force, and
Mhm.
it did not work.
Yeah.
Resistant.
All right, I'll now attack again.
All right, that one hits a mirror image.
All right. And now I'll use my bonus. Just swing around the butt, and hit someone in the butt.
That also hits a mirror image. So it's just him and a mirror image now.
All right. Boop, boop.
I liked it better when you were just erasing all of his mirror images. So I didn't
Shane.
move.
What do you do?
Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Oh, actually, 5, 10, 15. Alright, yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20. Attack.
Okay. Swing
that's
your
a
short
hit.
sword, and that's
Nice.
that's a hit. That's not a
Yeah.
mirror image.
Wait, you said not a mirror image?
Yeah. So you hit him.
Yeah, I know how to assassinate people.
19. Yeah. You straight up assassinate him. The job is finished. You've done it.
Nice.
I have done it.
As you slip your sword deep inside.
Deep my wood.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Uh-huh.
Slip your sword deep inside the flesh of this muscular man
With thick
And-
thighs.
and end his life. Thick calves, thick thighs. He's just a thick boy.
Not no more, he ain't.
Yeah, well. Okay.
These swole
It-
bros.
The three casters and their assassin compatriot all lie dead.
I sprint towards that assassin to loot him.
Okay.
Pedalin goes up to the lead mage
Mm-hmm.
and blows a raspberry at him.
Okay.
I high five my tiny servant.
Okay.
Egg
And
is
then,
gonna loot these corpses over here, see if we can find any like information on them. Is primarily what he's looking for.
I think we should
You find-
interrogate them.
There, what?
What?
What do you mean interrogate them?
the
They're
dead
dead.
ones?
Egg, hold him still.
It's a little late. It's a little late for interrogation, don't you think?